In this video, we're going to set up and solve linear equations of this format here, basically involving maybe adding some algebraic fractions. If you're revising, I'll circle through these questions. You can pause the video and have a go at them. There's quite a few again here. Here's 1 and 2. Number 3 and 4. Number 5. And that's it. Okay. So question number 1. We have to solve x over 2 minus x plus 1 over 3 equals a half. To do this, I should say there's a few different methods your teacher might show you, so maybe you're best to ask them first. I'll show you one method, and the method I'm going to use is to actually try to subtract these fractions on the left-hand side. So to do that, we need to get a common denominator, which would be 6. 3 times 2 is 6. I can also get a common denominator on the right-hand side. It's not essential, but I'm actually just going to leave it as a half. On the left-hand side, then, if we go from 2 to 6, we're multiplying by 3. So x times 3 would be 3x. And this one here, we're going from 3 to 6, so we're doubling it, so we need to double the x plus 1. So 2 lots of x plus 1. So that's 3x over 6 minus, that will be 2x plus 2 if you expand that bracket out. And that equals a half. So we've got a common denominator of 6, so that's 3x. And we're taking away all of this fraction. So we're taking away the 2x, but we're also taking away the positive 2. So we're taking away both terms. Take away 2x, take away 2. And that equals a half. We then can simplify that fraction. The numerator would be 3x take away 2x is 1x. And now we've got a fraction equaling a fraction. When a fraction equals a fraction, we can cross multiply. So we end up with 2 times x minus 2 being equal to 6 times 1, which is 6. Expand the bracket. 2 times x is 2x, 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. We would add 4 to both sides. So 2x would equal 10. And we could divide both sides by 2. So x equals 5. Okay, number 2. A few things like this. This one might throw people because it looks very different to ones you'll get familiar like this. So what we can do is make it look like question number 1 somewhat. So let's start off, see that right-hand side? If we add 1 to both sides, there'll be a number on the right-hand side there, which should be more familiar with that. Then we've got a third of x plus 1. If you've got a third of something, that's the same as dividing it by 3. And then we've got a quarter of 2x minus 1. That's the same as having 2x minus 1 and dividing it by 4. And now you can see that's quite similar format in these two questions. So let's go into solving this. We'd have to get a common denominator, which should be 12. 4 3s are 12. You can get a common denominator on the right-hand side, but you don't have to. We can multiply the first fraction by 4. 3 times 4 is 12, so we'd have 4x plus 1s. Multiply the second fraction by 3. 4 3s are 12, so you'd have 3 2x minus 1s. We can expand those brackets. 4x plus 4 over 12 minus, and then we'd have 6x minus 3 over 12. And that equals 1 over 1. We then want to subtract the fractions, but we get our common denominator. 12, we'd have the 4x plus 4. We're taking away that 6x. And then we're also going to take away the minus 3. So if you take away the minus 3, you're going to add 3. That's equal to 1 over 1. I've got a fraction equals a fraction, but first of all, I'm going to just simplify this. 4x take away 2x is minus 2x, and as well as that, we've got 4 plus a 3 is 7. So we have 7 minus 2x over 12 equals 1 over 1. We can cross multiply here because we've got a fraction equals a fraction. 1 times 12 is 12. 1 times 7 minus 2x is just 7 minus 2x. Up to you then how you want to do the next bit. I can only show you one way here. I'll be here all day. So I'm going to make this positive by adding 2x to both sides. And we've got 7 equals 12 plus 2x. I'm going to take 12 off both sides. So minus 5 is equal to 2x. So x is going to be half of that, which is minus 2.5, or minus 2.5. Okay, some worded questions then. A rectangle has a length of x plus 5 and a width of 2x minus 3. Its perimeter is 46 centimeters. So let me just sketch this out. You've got x plus 5 on the length and 2x minus 3 on the side. The perimeter is going to be x plus 5, but remember there's going to be x plus 5 here and x plus 5 on the top, so we have to add another x plus 5, or quicker might be to write down we'd have 2x plus 5s. Then we've got an x minus 3. On the right hand side we'll have an x minus 3, sorry, a 2x minus 3 on the left hand side to match up with that. So we'd have 2 times 2x minus 3. So the perimeter of that shape is 2 of these, 2x plus 5s plus 2x minus 3s. We're told in the question the perimeter is 46, so we can write 46 equals, we can expand the right hand side, 2x plus 10 plus 4x minus 6. We can simplify that. 46 equals, we've got a 2x plus a 4x, which gives 6x. We have a 10, take away a 6, which gives 4. We then subtract 4 from both sides to get 42 equals 6x, and we divide through by 6 to get x is 7. Number 4. I think of a number, add 5, and then multiply it by 4. Let me break that down and write that in short. Think of a number, add 5, and then multiply it by 4. If you're multiplying that by 4, you're going to multiply x plus 5 by 4. So you'd have 4 x plus 5s. If you just write times 4, it would just multiply the 5 by 4. The result is, that means equal to, 6 times the number I started with. So the number we started with I'm calling x, so it would be 6 times x. To solve that equation, I would expand the bracket out. 4x plus 20 equals 6x. I would take off the smaller number of x's. So we'd be left with 20 equals 2x. And if 2x's are 20, divide through by 2 to get that 1x is equal to 10. And number 5. In 4 years' time, John will be 3 times as old as he was 4 years ago. By forming an equation, find John's current age. So we'll take his current age to be x. In 4 years' time, he would be x plus 4. So in 4 years' time, John will be 3 times as old. So in 4 years' time, when he's x plus 4, he will be 3 times as old as he was 4 years ago. So what age was he 4 years ago? He was x minus 4. So he'll be 3 times what he was 4 years ago. So 3x minus 4s. So just run through that one more time. In 4 years' time, that's when John will be x plus 4, if his current age is x. John is, or it's equal to, 3 times as old as he was 4 years ago. His age 4 years ago would be x minus 4. So we can expand that bracket on the right hand side to give 3x minus 12. Get rid of the smaller number of x's, so take x off both sides to get 4 equals 2x minus 12. We'd add 12 to both sides to get 16 equals 2x. And if you divide both sides by 2, you get x is equal to 8.